Madame LogicBomb dropper, girl, where you been? We ain't seen you in a minute.
Black women, we've won the battle, but we haven't won the war. We have temporarily brought down just a bit of the blackmail YouTube sector that has pushed hate propaganda against black women for too long. Although we should be victorious and we should celebrate the fact that collectively, those of us that have really been working very hard to eradicate these anti-black woman, black male hate channels, we should celebrate that Obsidian Mumia Ali has been brought down to one degree, but he still has 2 channels up and he still has a website. We still have to deal with Slayingevil.com and the Negromanosphere.com and BlackAvenger.tv. Even though many more black men, anti-black woman, black male YouTube channels will be coming down. And I want to thank you guys once again for all of your emails. Thank you for talking with me behind the scenes. Thank you for working with me. I have been doing my part, writing letters, making phone calls, and you know, it's gonna happen, but it has to be done collectively. Now, you know, these black male anti-black woman YouTube channels, for the last couple of years, they have really pushed the propaganda of bigotry, racism, colorism, featureism, anti-black woman hate propaganda for the sole purpose of destroying the image of black women. We have been dehumanized, we have been degraded, we have been threatened, we have been disrespected, we have been called every name in the book, and it's not by white people. It's our own people that are doing this. Black men who have made a choice to go up against their own race of women. What are we supposed to do? Just shut up and take it? Just sit back and take it? You know, I think of our ancestors. I think of those that came before us. The ones that fought during Jim Crow. The ones that fought for us to have the right to vote. The ones that risked being bit by dogs and hosed down by racist white Southern police officers. I look at those that came before us that fought against all forms of hatred. They didn't give up. They didn't shut up. They kept on. They were resilient. They were defiant. They were focused. They were organized. And they got a lot of things done in this country. Bills, amendments, bills, laws were enacted because our ancestors, those that came before us, did not shut up and go into the corner and die. They fought back. And that's what we have to do as black women. We need to fight back against all forms of anti-black woman hate propaganda. You see, when people say, well, if you don't like what I say, just don't come to my channel, as though that's going to stop them from doing what they're doing. Can you imagine in the 1930s and 40s and 50s if white people had told the civil rights workers, well, if you don't like seeing black people hanging from trees, and if you don't like to sit in the back of the bus, then, you know, just don't live in the South. Just don't live here. That's not the answer. The answer is to fight back, not ignore. There is a war against us, black women, especially those of us of a darker hue. Now, I told you once before, there are two very important days in your life. The day that you're born and the day that you find out why. I was born to be a fighter and an advocate for black women and black girls. So far, so good. Obsidian Mamiya Ali needs to be completely crushed. The Angry Man channel needs to be crushed. Minister Jap's channel needs to be crushed. That ugly old face pussy O'Shea Duke Jackson, he needs to be crushed. Donovan Sharp with his bougie ass, he needs to be shut down. Attican Forrest or A Day Forrest, his channel needs to be shut down. And all these hate websites that are targeting black women for genocide needs to be shut down. Black women, you either fight or you die. You either stand up against those that are trying to break you, destroy you, wipe you out, or you fight back with everything you've got in you. There are no options. I'm out. Okay, Black Women, Part 2. So the name is Carneo. This is coming from Slayingevil.com, the all black male hate channel that is anti-black woman. It is a racist, bigoted, prejudiced, sexist channel, a website platform that pushes erasure and genocide and colorism and featureism and pure hatred against black women. There was a user name by the name of Carneo, that's Carnio, who posted this message, and it was related to me. And this is how it goes. Even if they did shut down Slaying Evil, do you honestly believe the SYSBM, that stands for Save Yourself Black Men, guys are just gonna ball up in the corner, sob, and go home to black women? Okay, first of all, bitch, let me tell you something right now. We don't want you to come back home. Keep your ass going in the direction that you're going in. Stay the fuck out. Stay the fuck away from black women. I don't want your ass back. I have a policy. Once your ass jumps the fence, I don't want your ass back. Keep going, keep moving, and stay the fuck away from me. But yes, it would be nice to see you sob in a corner. But just keep your ass moving. Don't bring your ass back over here. We don't want you. We just want your ass to go away and shut the fuck up. All right, your ego's disgusting. What the fuck makes you think that we want you back? Keep your ass going. So the person goes on to say, no, 5 more slain evils will pop up, and they will be more nasty than the next. Okay, cool. You keep coming, we'll keep coming until we shut your ass down. The person goes on to say, unlike you, some of us here have deep, listen to me very carefully, black women, listen to what this person says. I'm going to say it again. This is coming from Carneo. This is posted June 28th, 2018, military time, 13:55. This is what this person says. This is the third sentence. Unlike you, some of us, now when he says you, I think he's referring to Schadenfreude. Okay, if you saw part 1 of this, you know what I'm talking about. So he says, unlike you, some of us here have deep hatred for black women and cannot express our hatred the way we wish. Do you hear that? Black women, do you hear that? Did you just hear what I said? Then he goes on and he says, but if they take away our voice, they will truly see what hatred looks like. That's a threat. That's a terrorist threat. That's a terrorist threat, black women. That's a terrorist fucking threat. And these motherfuckers think we want them back. Take your ass on. The person then goes on to say this. What we are doing is working, and the fact that black women are now resorting to using shaming tactics against their own creator speaks volumes. Hold up, wait a minute, let me put my fist in it. Creator? Bitch, you didn't create me. I mean, if you're black and I'm black, then yeah, we got some sort of connection, but you didn't create me, bitch. A good man who was my father, and a good man who was my father, and a good woman who was my mother, they created me. Bitch, how are you going to take credit for my existence? That's delusional, you egotistical fuck. Unbelievable. Anyway, the person goes on and says, the wall is real and cannot be defeated, even if some of them want to play dumb and act as if they don't know what the wall is. You know what, black women? I said it a long time ago in one of my videos. Good fences make good neighbors. I don't give a fuck about your wall. Let me tell you something. Walls can be broken and destroyed. The Berlin Wall is a good example. Fuck you. Let me move on. The person goes on to say, today I even had the decadent black witch, Madame LogicBomb, pay a visit to my YouTube channel and give me a friendly fuck you. Greeting in the comment section of my Negro Wars video. Yeah, I did do it, bitch. You're damn right I did. I don't troll channels. I monitor. You damn right. I own it. I did it. I said it. Fuck you. Now let me move on. At the end of the day, these black heifers are behaving just like wounded dogs, and they did it to themselves. I don't feel sorry for them at all. This is what happens when you turn against your own people. Recompensate is a dish best served cold. Black women as a collective are just a nasty and evil bunch of individuals, and thus they deserve the horrible fate that is coming their way. That's a terrorist threat. Haven't I been telling you? I'm going to read it again, black women. This is what he said. The horrible fate that is coming their way. Didn't I tell you, black women? I told you that black men are planning on coming after us when the shit hits the fan. There's going to be a civil war in this country. It is going to be mixed in with the gender war, and black men are going to enact their hatred and loathing and disgust and bigotry and try to wipe us out. I have told you, black women. I have told you. And this motherfucker that made this statement validates it. If I'm lying, then I'm flying. And let me go ahead and move on. Alison Brown's ridiculous article above is a clear indication that the current percentage of black men dating and marrying out is clearly hurting the angry and bitter black sisterhood of failure. I don't give a fuck about that. Let me tell you something. Look, I don't give a fuck about that. What I care about, what my focus is the fact that you are pushing your erasure and genocide and hatred and bigotry and racism against black women. I don't give a fuck who you stuff your cock into, you egotistical, hypersexual fucker. Don't pat yourself on the back, bitch. Okay, let me move on. As Afrofuturism once stated, white men will not tolerate black women trying to use the very same techniques they taught them to use against black men being used against themselves. They will shut that nonsense down with the quickness. Black women, let me just say something right now. There is no doubt that in this country, in America, in this country, of course, there is a plethora of non-black racist men. Absolutely. If you are second, third, and plus born and raised generation American, you are going to be soaked and drenched in the colorism and the racism and the bigotry that is in this country. I keep telling you to get your passport and go overseas. It is a big difference between European men and American men. Big difference. I told you before that European men are more open-minded, they're more educated, they're more, they're different. Men in this country of any race, they are going to be influenced by the whitewash, by the anti-black everything in this country. Of course, in this country, absolutely. What this guy said is correct. He doesn't speak for old white men. Get the fuck out of here. Give me a break. Okay, the guy goes on to say, you guys have all the dropping some serious gold nuggets. You guys have all, crazy, bad English. Anyway, he says, I've been reading your your comments and takes in the situation. All I've been doing all day is nodding my head and saying, yep, that's right, at the same time. Then he goes on to say, as we here already know, the devils always require repayment, and the modern day black witch is finding out the hard way that there is a heavy price to pay when you dance with the forces of darkness. What the fuck does that mean? This is some Harry Potter talk. This is some Harry Potter fucking bullshit. What is he talking about? Evil. What evil? Fuck you. Oh my God. Okay, let me go ahead and he goes on to say he was one of the he was on one of the podcasts of Obsidian Network lately, but Obsidian deleted it. Obsidian tried another black woman hater and comic book writer, which comics contains only black men with black women, named Sean James, which also is the name of his YouTube channel. You are very right about Obsidian. He builds a media empire to destroy the black woman. You hear that, black woman? I'm going to repeat it again. Listen up. He's talking about the Obsidian Mamiya Network, that short little fat fuck, that short little unattractive, pothole, ugly bitch that didn't go to the prom. This is what he said. He says he, referring to the Obsidian Mamiya Network, he builds a media empire to destroy the black woman. You need to take a look at his website, Slayingevil. Oh, okay. He's talking about the other guy, but he was on the Obsidian Network. Okay, right. But they're both the same. I think the guy's name is Babatunde Uman, or Verba 215. Has the website for 2 years. He's had it for 2 years. Thank you for watching the YouTube video. Amazon is still selling Negro Wars, though. He claims that white women are better and claims he doesn't hate black women. He says that black men need to abandon black women. He says the black women have merely faces, and says that African-American women are the ones who made other black women manly and wearing weaves. He said this on the Obsidian podcast. More info to come unless you refuse it. So, look, black women, do you understand why I need your help? Do you understand what we're up against? I'm not making this shit up. I'm not making it up at all. Black women, as I said before, we are on the verge of war. I've got more to tell you. Oh, and don't worry. I haven't forgotten about the Obsidian Network News Media, whatever the fuck his channel is, his podcast. I'm gonna come after him. I'm just sharpening my knives. I want to make sure that I dot my I's and cross my T's. Because like I said before, I'm going to come hard and raw. And then I'm going to go after Hardcore Tito, Mad Bus Driver, Guy King, Solo TV 83, Reg the Bad Guy, Angry Man, Minister Jap. I'm going after the entire wolf pack. I ain't gonna have any mercy. That's why I want to make sure that when I start, I want to be strong. I want to make sure I got all my shit together because I got a lot to say. My channel might get shut down, but like the old saying goes, black women, you can't keep a good woman down. I'm out. I'm coming strong. And I'm going to attack every one of these black men on YouTube that have opened up their mouth and have contributed to the hatred and loathing and disgust that we are experiencing every day, black women. I'm not going to sit by and be quiet because my mouth, my voice is an inconvenience to some people's ears. Like the t-shirt that I've often seen Tommy Sotomayor wear that states, "Fuck your feelings." Well, that's exactly how I feel with any black man that has a problem with me speaking up about the bullshit, the propaganda of genocide and hatred. I'm coming strong, and I'm not going to have any mercy. And I'm going to be raw.